Mom, Nate, and I went to go see Dropkick Murphys in Quincy because they were doing a free show. Now, we had gotten to Quincy and we were driving around trying to find a parking spot, and we were trying to figure out exactly where the stage was so we could find the appropriate parking spot for us, kind of, whatever. So, we pull into this one parking lot, and it was clearly for the MBTA or whatever, and since we weren't using the train, obviously we couldn't park there. So we pull up to where this cop's standing, and Nate yells out the window, hey, we want to be over there at that parking garage, kind of thing. And obviously from where we're sitting, we can't just straight go to where we see the parking garage because there's grass and a sidewalk and trees and, obstacles. So Nate asks, so how do we get there? And the cop says, well, you can't get there from here. Just looking at us like, you can't get there from here, is what he said. And he legit says, well, you can't get there from here, and he points and he legit starts walking away. And Nate's like, well, yeah, obviously, that's why we're asking. How do we get from here to there? And he's like, well, you gotta go out of the parking lot, and you gotta go, and he gives the directions. And it was just so funny because the fact that we just asked him, how do we get from where we're sitting in this parking lot over to that parking garage. And just the fact that his first response was, well, you can't get there from here, was just such a typical Boston thing. It was such a typical Boston response that it was just... Honestly, it didn't faze me when the cop first said that, but then as we were pulling away, all three of us just started laughing so hard because it's that is such a Boston response for when somebody asks for directions. Well, you can't get there from here. It was just, oh my god. I know I'm not telling it very good, but it was so funny. I love Boston.